Kentucky students are leaving money right on the table. According to state numbers, only 55% of Kentucky's graduating high school class filled out for the FAFSA, leaving more than $55 million in Pell Grant money unclaimed. And this year, there are changes to the annual federal aid application. Isaiah Kim Martinez and our verified team are sorting through the fast facts.
In order to get state and federal aid, every college student must fill out the FAFSA. But this year, the site has made some big changes. Here are your Verify Fast Facts families need to know before opening the application. Our sources are Cassie Benedict with the Kentucky Higher Education Assistance Authority, or KIA, and Mike Marshall, VP of Enrollment and Communication with Bellarmine University. The first major change they want to point out is the timeline for application and aid is different this year. In a typical year, the application is open in October, with aid packages coming down as early as now in January. But our sources say neither will happen.
This time of year was when we were expecting those aid offers to roll in. You could kind of lay those all out, determine what your out-of-pocket cost is going to be, and choose where you want to go to college. That is all delayed.
So even then, there's a lag. So even if someone has it done today, colleges will not be able to access it any earlier than the end of January.
Instead, the application was made available by December 31st, but only in a soft launch period.
I can speak for Bellarmine, and I can speak for some other institutions I've seen just in terms of what I've seen online. Are being flexible with deadlines in ways that they have not been before.
If you open an application, you must have it done within 45 days. The next thing to know, your financial aid offer is now being calculated using the Student Aid Index, which will expand aid access.
There is expanded Pell eligibility. So the estimate is that 60% of all FAFSA filers will be eligible for a Pell Grant.
This is where that unclaimed money comes into play.
Before, it was about 3.7 million students who were eligible for the Pell Grant. It's now going to be about 5.2 million that will be eligible.
And Kentucky is a first-come, first-served state. So the faster you fill out the application, the more money that could be coming your way. But Benedict says not to worry. The state will not run out of aid.
That's not something that KIA currently is super concerned with. We think that funding will hold steady.
And lastly, our sources want to clarify the changes for contributors on your application. Where students would previously start their form and have parents fill in information as they went, now parents need their own financial aid ID.
It really is essentially multiple forms, depending on the number of contributors you have, that all join together on the back end, and whoever the final contributor is who completes their section, they can actually sign and submit the form.
So who do you invite to be a contributor?
You are going to first determine who is the biological parent who contributes the most financial support to you. Even 51%, that's going to be the parent that you're going to file under.
And if a student is with a legal guardian, someone who has not formally adopted them, they apply as an independent.
That's something that we like to clarify, is that a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, unless they have formally adopted you, they're never going to show up on the FAFSA as your parent.
With your Verify, I'm Isaiah Kim Martinez.